Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button if you enjoy this video. So we're back taking another look at NIMBY Rails, and this time we are going to be focusing our attention on New York, and we're going to put our own interpretation on kind of what New York Metro would look like in my mind. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously there's going to be a lot of commuters, which is going to be I think a really different challenge to the previous series we did where we focused on the UK, predominantly the south of. Obviously this is not going to be as far, but it's going to probably need a lot more passenger management. So if you're new to NIMBY Rails, the kind of the purpose of this is to build your own railway anywhere in the world. Just to prove it, we'll scroll all the way out. As you can see, you can choose anywhere. Obviously, we're going to focus on New York. And you start off with $1 billion and you just build your routes, and the kind of the rest is history, and try and make as much money as you possibly can. So kind of without further ado, I think it's fair to say a lot of this will be obviously underground rather than trying to sort of plow our way through all these streets, but it may be that we do some of it overground, but it would just be let's just have a look. It would be using viaducts, which is there, or we can use tram, but that's pretty slow, or we can just tunnel our way. So I think the first kind of line that we're going to do, so we actually probably need to put in some stations. So the first one I really want to do is to go from probably north of Manhattan around here all the way down to the bottom around here, but obviously popping in a lot of stations along the way, and that will be our very first line. So kind of without further ado, and it's fair to say actually before we dive into it, actually I've included 3 trains from the Steam Workshop. So we've got I think this is meant to be a couple of trains that actually run in real life. I'm not familiar with the rolling stock, so forgive me. But the thing I'm really looking for is we can increase the length as much as we want, but most important is you've got to look at the length. Obviously if you're going to run a big train like this, you need a station to match, and that's obviously 260. Just curious as to see how big this one gets. Oh geez, that's up to 360, and that's carrying 1,500 passengers. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna essentially need some pretty big stations. What's this one go? I'm not sure what this one's meant to replicate, if I'm honest. And then the NJ Comet, what can we do with this one? Again, up to about 350 meters. So I think we're going to need some pretty big stations, unless we have this line using the M8s. I don't know, if someone's from America and knows this better than I can, please leave a comment down below. I'm really curious to know. So I think we'll go with 300 meter stations. Let's start with that. So we want create station, and they're going to be under. Okay, so we're going to put our first one just here. Remember, we're going to go for 300 meters or nearest dam. I'm not going to get too precious. And then we'll have, and obviously these circles here replicate the catchment area, so we don't want to overlap too much, but it doesn't matter, because if we just do that, for example, you can see they just put the boundary somewhere in between. So that's quite cool. I'll have next one here. You want 300. So you can see building underground is extremely expensive. We're already up to 82 million, and that's only popping in 3 stations, so this is going to be fun. We'll have another one here. We do have the ability to take some loans out, so it's not end of the world. And this here replicates the catchment, so you've got 3,600, 2.5, 1,200-ish, 1,600. So you can see as we're going further down into Manhattan, it's getting yeah, a lot more congested, shall we say. So 300. There we go. So that's another 2,400. And then put something around Lincoln Square, maybe. That's good. Wow, that's a big catchment area. I've got to have a station named Hell's Kitchen. That's got to be done, I'm afraid. Go. And then we'll work our way. Maybe have one here. Not 400 meters. And then perhaps here. Another one here. Oh god, not that big. 304 meters, that's fine. And then we're gonna probably terminate around here somewhere. Maybe near the financial district, not too sure. I'll pop another one in just here. Wow, that's a big one. Yep. And we'll have another one. Actually, we'll put. I just need to extend that out. 300. We're already up to 330 million. We've put no track in yet. Eek. That's fine. I kind of want to put another one in the middle here. So let's go back to adding. Yeah, I want one here at the World Trade Center. That would be kind of realistic to me. So we'll pop. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do, because I've picked track. So Z helps if I'm on the right bit here. So let's add that again. Oh no, that's better. There we go. Perfect. Right, now we can add the track. So you can see we've got the little pluses here. We want to stick with underground because there we go. Oh, this could be a bit of a sharp turn. There we go, like that. It's easy enough to get the track in. You can see we're up to 400 million already. Eek, 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 eek. Here we go. Almost there. There's plenty of stations along the way. There we go. So to build this line that kind of runs down this side of Manhattan, and then we can have another one that potentially goes up the right hand side that goes this way, and one that runs through the middle. You know, there's lots of possibilities, and obviously ones that go from west to east or east to west, you know, north to south. We can put as much in, and obviously we can start to go into perhaps Jersey or into Brooklyn and all those types of places perhaps. So let's get that built. It's going to be 586 million. So there it is. We have our first line. So to create the line, we'll go here. We're going to call it the M1 because that's about as creative as I'm feeling today. And we'll change the code also to M1. And then we need to add stops. So we'll start off here, work our way north. It's going to be A's all the way. So it still leaves us 413 million to get. Our trains actually didn't want to do that. Let's delete that stop because we're going to be coming backwards. So hit all the B's on the way back. And that'll be. Actually, I can. What have I done here? There we go. That one. That one. Oh, come on. You've got to hit it right on the plus. And that's just spot on. Lovely. Okie doke. So we don't want to add any more stops. Let's get our rolling stock now. We're going to use the M8s at the 260. They carry 1,100 passengers, so this is going to get probably quite expensive quite quickly. 10 trains, 11. No, we can't. We'll go with 10. Then that leaves some money in the bank, and so. We're gonna have to go all the way through, set these to M1, and as you can see, we've already got our first train leaving the station. What we'll then do is go back into line and look to space them out. So it's got a max speed of 161 kilometers an hour, so it's really quite. It's fairly rapid. I'm not sure what that is in miles an hour off the top of my head, so let's get back into lines. And we've got currently no, so I think at least we'll put this at $1 per kilometer, or actually we might even set it to 0. No, we'll have $1 per kilometer and then a $10 base ticket price. I think we'll see how that goes. Max speed, minimum time interval. Right, we want at least 30 seconds at 30 seconds at each station. So we'll set that. Max speed. What do we? Just watch it speed a second to. Getting up to 100. I think this is probably the shortest run, so we'll see what speed it gets up to. Come on, we'll just speed it up. So I think we'll go with 100 and we'll see how that works out for us. So we'll go, so 4-minute intervals on trains at the minute, so I reckon I might put that to 120. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just advance time, just to see how this works out, and obviously all the trains will have chance to spread out then. So let's just let's go into this fast mode. As you can see, well, the money's going up, which is always a positive start, and yeah, it's going up quite rapidly. Let's leave it until about the end of there we go, we'll stop it now. So they should all be, yes, as we can just scroll out, yeah, they're spread out quite nicely now, as you can see. So let's just look. So passengers aren't complaining about the pricing, so there's an opportunity, I think, to perhaps pop that up to 15. Already moved 47,000. Oh no, let's go to Monday. Right, let's just advance time forward a little bit more. Still not complaining about the prices, which is good. So we can, this is really where it takes the time just to fine tune the price. So we've got base price of 20 and a price per kilometre of $1. Again, let's just knock this forward a couple of hours, and we're still not getting anyone refusing to travel because of the price. So again, we'll keep playing with this until we're now into Tuesday. It's looking good. Yesterday we moved 115,000 passengers, made just 3 million, so it's not huge. Where you really start to make the money is when you have a second line, and you can transfer people onto that and you can move them elsewhere. That's where you really start to make the money. So for example, when we put in a second line that goes perhaps up the right hand side of the map, and that's really where the money is made for sure. So let's just go back into Tuesdays. No one's still complaining, so we'll knock this on a bit more just about the rush hour. We might just put this to 30. I'm really curious as to what price it needs to be before passengers start complaining. Actually, we're into Wednesday, that might help. No, I'm really surprised. Perhaps we'll knock up the price per kilometre to 2 then. Advance that forward a bit more. Still no one complaining about the cost, which is a bit bonkers because I would have thought, no. Alright, put it to 3. Why not? I think what we're seeing as well with the timings being slightly out is that the station here, the time is 8:30 obviously. I think the time that's shown up here at the top is, I'm not sure what time that is. I'll find that out. It's interesting because I think it's just based on the time difference between, I suspect, probably the UK. But anyway, we're making some seriously good money, so I think we'll call that the end of today's episode. But obviously in the upcoming episodes we'll continue our expansion. We'll probably have to take some couple quite substantial loans, because just building this very first line cost us best part of nearly $1 billion, so we'll certainly need some more money. So guys, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.